This is the Investing News Network. I'm Georgia Williams, and we're at the annual PDAC conference in Toronto. Joining me today is Derek Iwanaka, CEO and Director of Prince Silver. It's nice to see you, Derek.
Thanks, Georgia. Thanks for having me on.
It's my pleasure. How have you been?
Terrific. I mean, super busy and probably lacking a lot of sleep, but that's probably not unfamiliar with a lot of people here.
Like the sleep deprivation is coming from all the excitement at the conference, I'm assuming.
All that and the late nights. I mean, there's a lot of receptions and meeting with shareholders and potential new shareholders. So
Fair enough, fair
a
enough.
lot of late nights.
Yeah. Can we start with the ticker symbol and what exchanges you trade on?
Sure. CSC is the main one, so PRNC is the main symbol for us, but OTCQB right now, soon to be, I think, OTCQX, but PRNCF on OTC.
Perfect. And Prince Silver is a Nevada-focused silver exploration company, as the name alludes. Can you tell us about your portfolio and your flagship namesake project?
Sure, yeah. Prince is definitely the one, and some people are now calling me the Silver Prince, but it's definitely it's the project, and I actually don't know where the original name came from for the Prince project, but it's a past-producing mine, was operating from 1912 to 1949, and did not shut down because it ran out of ore. It shut down because of low metal prices. In fact, the prices were so low, it was 79 cents an ounce at that time for silver. So obviously economics have changed, and it deserves a relook now. And besides just what was left untouched in terms of what was mined before, we've been able to come in and start drilling down at depth and hitting, so far at least, some really interesting gold grades that were never even touched or uncovered back in the old days.
Wow. And like you were saying, it's a lot different metal prices now with silver, touching all-time highs earlier this year.
Correct.
So it's a good time to be involved in silver.
Terrific time, actually.
There is an ongoing fully funded RC drill program underway at Prince. What are some of the highlights so far?
So we've only put out one batch of drill results so far. That was in mid-January, and terrific results. I mean, I have to say I slept a lot better that night after seeing those results come out. So, we're just building up the confidence and building up towards getting a resource estimate out before the end of the year. So we should have our next batch of results, I hope, in the next week, maybe 2 weeks' time. And that's something that I think investors are going to want to look forward to, because I think every set of results that we get out is just kind of building on the confidence of this to turn into a real resource estimate before the end of the year.
Yeah. And Nevada is such a great jurisdiction to work in, and I don't just think that. They've been voted #1 by the Fraser Institute. So what is it like working in Nevada?
So I'm just a new CEO, so I'm only 3 months in, and I haven't done a ton of work in Nevada, so I'll be totally frank with that. But remember, as you said, Nevada's almost always been in one of the top ranking positions for the Fraser Institute as being one of the top jurisdictions to be operating in. So I'm not really surprised that it is ranked at the top. And, so far it's been terrific. And getting things permitted, in my career anyways, and I've been in this for over 20 years now, is that this is probably one of the best places to be in terms of permitting. Everything is quite straightforward. And the mining laws, geez, a lot older than both of us combined.
Right. And, I think I should clarify that they're #1 on the mining investment attractiveness survey, which is, very good for exploration companies. You want to be attractive to investors.
As it is, yeah. I mean, if you've worked in most parts of the world, permitting can be a pretty slow process.
Yes.
And land tenure can also be sometimes tedious. And in this case, in Nevada, that's not an issue.
Yeah, it's good to know. How will the results from the RC drill impact the way you conduct your mineral resource estimate?
So I would say we're going to start doing an internal resource estimate just so we internally have a better idea of where we stand with what kind of inventory we have. So, personally, I'd like to see us get to about 100 million ounces of silver equivalent. Whether or not we get to that point with the current phase of drilling, we don't know yet. But if the drilling continues to go well and we can get to that number, we may just kind of cap it off at that point and then put out that study. If we're not there yet, fortunately, we do have the funding to continue drilling, and maybe maybe it requires another 5 or 10 extra holes. We have the treasury to do that, and that hopefully would top us up to getting to that 100 million plus ounces of silver equivalent.
Yeah. In mid-January, the company doubled its land position at Prince. What was the catalyst for this decision?
Well, the first results that I just mentioned, that first batch of results gave us all the confidence in the world to try to stake up some more ground, and so fortunately we were able to acquire all that land. So now we're sitting at a little over 1,200 acres of total ground.
Yeah. The company recently closed a $4.75 million upsized private placement. Where will you be deploying that capital?
All as much as possible into the ground, really.
Yeah.
But we also will do that resource estimate, as I said, and then on top of that, we're working on the metallurgy. So metallurgy is really a key because we have silver and manganese, which sometimes can be a challenge in extracting that, especially the silver. So we're looking into the metallurgy and focusing a bit more funds on accelerating that.
Yeah. And as far as I know, silver and manganese are both on the critical metals list, so they're great to have at your deposit.
That's correct. And then we also have zinc and lead, a little bit of copper, and then gold, which is not necessarily a critical mineral, but it's considered one of the strategic metals in the United States, which Donald Trump likes to talk about and
Yeah.
has a fair bit of it in his apartment.
Yeah, and it's more than $5,000 an ounce right now, so that's also really good.
Yeah, I don't know at this very minute,
Right.
but
the-
very close to it,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. What other announcements should investors be on the lookout for this year?
Well, I mean, more drilling for sure, and thankfully we're going to have plenty of results to look forward to. But on top of that, the resource estimate, and then I would say that I think we'll make some personnel changes, and we can add some bench strength to the team. So look forward to that as well.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to speaking with you again and finding out more about Prince.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Derek. Once again, I'm Georgia Williams, and that was Derek Iwanaka, CEO and Director of Prince Silver.